What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be trying the new Colourpop Feather Effect Brow Styling Waxes. Along with that, I'm going to be trying the new Soul, I don't know if it's new, but it's the Soul Face and Body Bronzing Balm. And then I'm also going to try these cheek palettes that Colourpop just recently came out with. I got the shade Cookie Cluster. Is that the right one? Yeah, Cookie Cluster. I got extra glazed and I got sugar frosted. And I also want to put this disclaimer out. Sorry, I keep looking like above. It's where I can see myself. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you guys what the pans look like inside. This is the tinted one, which looks a little intimidating. And then this is the clear one. They both have a scent to them. I don't think it's overpowering, but I've seen where some people think that it is and that they can't stand it. So I think it just depends on your sensitivity to scents. I think I'm going to start off with the clear one first. Colourpop says to do it with a setting spray, not water. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to take my Milk makeup setting spray. This is my favorite setting spray. I'm gonna go in with their spoolie because I got the little bundle thing. I'm gonna move that around in there. It's kind of like soap, honestly. And then you kind of just have to like play with it until you like it. This is about where I like mine. So that's the clear one. I'm gonna let it dry before I go over with the end and roll over it to make sure it's really down. Because I've learned with the Anastasia one, you have to wait till it dries before you start pressing it down. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the tinted one, and I'm gonna switch my spoolie. And like, you do kind of have to scrape at it, but I don't know if that's a given. And that's what my spoolie is starting to look like with it on. So I can definitely do some more of these if you guys want to see more. If there's any like particular beauty gadgets or like weird things that you've seen online that you want me to test to see if they're actually like worth the money. See if that. So this first product is actually for shaving your face. I definitely do think there is like a massive stigma about women and facial hair is abnormal. Okay. So that's the tinted and that's the clear. I don't know if you can tell a difference. I personally can't, unless when I get too much extra on the brush and it is on my skin. That's the only time I can tell a difference. With this looking very, very intimidating, I'd say if you go buy this, if you're wanting to anyways, and they're sold out of the clear, I wouldn't hesitate to just order this one instead if they're sold out of this one, if that happens, because there's not much of a difference. So now I don't know if it's just because I have dark brows, like dark brow hairs already. I know for anyone that, if anyone has blonde hair, you should check out McDrew's tutorial. Because she has lighter brows than me, so yeah. Okay, since I've given the clear time to dry, I'm gonna take the end of it and just kind of roll over the hairs to make sure they're really glued down to my face. I do this technique with the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I do it with when you need to glue your brows down, just to make sure it's really, really tacky and make sure it really stays on your face. So since it's a feather effect wax, I'm trying to feather my brows. I don't normally do this. I mean, I do something similar, but not completely, if that makes sense. Even though I did that whole let's take the end of the thing and stick it, they're still moving, but I don't know if that's just because I'm pressing on it too much with the brow, or like if this is going to be one of those products that would be better once you have your brows filled, which I would think would kind of defeat the purpose, because sometimes you want to put the wax in first before you go in with filling, but who knows. I might go back over with my spoolie with the excess product on it, just to see if like that makes it, like which one did I, this one, since this is the clear side, yeah, so if you just go back over it, it's fine, it works. And then I'm gonna do the thing again where I press the hairs down and roll. And of course the product's gonna come off because I just put some brow pencil in there. But then I'm gonna go back over my tail because I don't have tail ends on my brows. So, and if you're wondering, I'm using the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Defying pencil in black brown. I want to try the Colourpop one. I'm gonna go do the other side really quick off camera. Okay, so I used the NARS concealer in Chantilly Light 1 to clean up my brows. They're a little darker than I intended, but that's because I accidentally went in heavy-handed. I will say I've had to go in a couple times to like re-glue my brows down, but I don't know if that's just user error or not. Okay, so I'm back with my base done. I was debating whether to do this first before my base, but just for the sole purpose of what I usually do, I'm just gonna put it on top. I did not set my face because it's a cream product going on a cream product. It smells like something I've smelled before, but I don't know what. Not watermelons, but like something else. Blended out really nice. So far I like it. It has a smell to it. It kind of smells like if you've ever used Mayron Paradise Aqua Paints. That's what it smells like to me. So far, that's really nice. Now I'm gonna see how it sets. Okay, so this is what it looks like set with that bronzer. We're gonna try these palettes. So for some reason I thought it was 2 blushes, a highlight, and a bronzer, but like in this one it's 3 blushes. This one, they're all blushes actually, except for the one that's a highlighter, but I always thought this one and this one, those were bronzers, but they're just dark blushes. So I think I'm gonna use Cookie Cluster for the blush, and then I'm gonna use Sugar Frosted for the highlight because I'm afraid this one's too dark for me. I'm gonna dip into this one, which is called Oh Ginger Snap. Oh, that's really pretty. And do it on this side too. Whoa, got a little too much. Oh shit. So if you get too much, we're gonna try and make each side even. I'm just going up to the temples to like make it blend. We'll put a tiny bit on our nose. I don't do that a lot, but why not today? Okay, so a tip I've learned to find out if a highlight is too dark for you is if you take it Obviously you're gonna have to swatch it. That's what extra, or butterscotch, this one's called butterscotch. Take it and you swatch it, and if you can shift to the side and if you can still see it, it's too dark for you. So like this one is gonna be too dark for me, so we're not gonna use butterscotch. That one's more for probably like a medium tone. Then we'll go with sugar frosted, and this one is called Jelly Roll. We're gonna swatch it right here. See, as you can see that you can't see it now, that one is good for my skin tone. Let's try Smoke and Whistles from the extra glazed one now. So then we're gonna go in here with the one Smoke and Whistles. It's the Super Shock formula now that I've noticed. And I'm gonna do it right here. Okay. And you can still see it from the side. So it looks like the one in the middle called Jelly Roll is gonna be the one I'm gonna be using. Yeah, I really thought this one would be like the middle one too, but it is not, as you can see. I don't know why I just did that weird accent, but whatever. We're gonna use the highlight in Sugar Frosted, and it is called Jelly Roll. Spray my face with some setting powder because I've come to learn that like makes your highlights stick better for some reason, at least for me. Because then you're like setting all those powders you just put on your face. I'm gonna go in with my favorite highlighter brush, which is looking a little janky right now, but it's the Anastasia A23. I got it forever ago. But yeah, we're gonna go in with this highlighting brush. It looks really pretty. For this one. Sometimes with the Super Shock shadows, they can either be really, really, really intense, or they can be not as intense. I'm gonna go over it with my finger just a little bit because I like a lot of highlighter. I don't know why, but I do. It's probably just because I like anything shiny at this point, so like a bird. So yeah, always remember if you're looking for a new highlighter that when swatching it, which I know with COVID you can't really go in and swatch highlighters anymore, which is, you know, for a reason. But if you, like, for instance, if you order these and get them, or if you, I don't know, have a palette, like an Anastasia palette that has highlighters, like multiple highlighters in it, like those OG staple highlighter palettes, you'll want to do this before putting on your face, unless it's like a avant-garde type look or a different type of look, you know what I mean? I mean, do whatever you want, but if you don't want that cast, you're gonna want to do this. So I'm gonna go do my eyes off camera really quick, just to do something kind of basic, and I'll be right back and tell you my final thoughts on each product. I'm also going to take that same highlighter and put it in the corner of my eye. If you're wondering what eyeshadow palette I used to stay in theme, and since it's one of my favorite palettes, I used the Raw Beauty Christie All Foresight with Colourpop palette, and then I also used, which this lash is like giving me a hard time, but oh well, Salon Perfect. It is the Extension Seeker in the number 662. I saw Bailey Sarian use these in one of her Makeup Mystery Murder Monday things, and I saw them at Walmart, and I was all like, gotta go get them. So, and they're like really pretty when they cooperate, this is. So, I'm gonna do my final thoughts on every product now. So first off, with my first impressions with the Feather Effect styling wax. Did I see a difference between the two? No, which is good. Well, you could take it good and bad depending on what you were wanting out of the product. There's not much tint to the tinted one, which could be a pro if they're sold out of this one and you were still really wanting to get it, then you would get this one. They both work the same. I didn't see a tint, but then again, I don't know if it's just because I have dark brows. The spoolies are just your standard spoolies. I think they're really nice just to make sure you get those hairs like sticking up. I'm gonna try it again though and see if it's user error because my hairs aren't staying put. They're staying like within the same range, but they're not staying put of how I would like them. Like they're not, like see how this one, when I move it back up, now my hairs are back up. So like they're not staying up, but I don't know if that's something that I did wrong or if I just didn't get enough in the front, like enough product in the front. Bundle is really nice. It's $9 for both, or $7 and $3 for this, but I think you should do the bundle just because you can never have enough of these spoolies. I personally like both of them. I don't see a huge difference in them, but like I've said before, I don't know if it's just because I have dark brows. I highly like it so far. This is my first impression. The only thing is that it's a learning curve. So if you've never used a product like this before, it's going to be a learning curve. You're going to struggle with it for the first time, and you're just going to have to continue at it. I didn't try it with activating it with water. I activated it with setting spray because that's what Colourpop has said on their pages and on TikTok that I've seen and everything. So that's why I did setting powder, or setting spray, sorry. I don't know if it would activate it with water, but maybe we can try that later on. But the setting spray method works great. So all in all, I think these are worth it. The Soul Face and Body Bronzing Balm. It's definitely a better alternative than sitting there spending expensive amounts on cream bronzer. I think it's a cheaper alternative. I love my Fenty cream bronzer, but it is a little expensive in my opinion. So I think this is a great alternative to that. Maybe next time I will order the light fair shade because the fair shade's really pretty. But I just think maybe if I did the light fair shade, it would look even better, you know. This does retail for $10. You get a lot of product. You get 1.1 ounces of it. In my Fenty cream, it's 0.22 ounces. My first impressions on the cheek palettes. I think they're worth your money. You get a lot of options. You get 3 blush options and a highlighter. Especially if you need to travel, you can only take 1 palette and have 3 options for blush. Or even if you get the sugar frosted one, this could be your like bronze blush highlight. All in all, I think everything today that I tried is worth your money, especially since it's Colourpop and it's inexpensive. Colourpop is a very affordable brand, and they make a lot of dupes for a lot of prestige companies and just overall great products. If you guys have any other videos you want me to do or have any other products you want me to review, just please leave a comment down below. If you can like and subscribe if you stuck this far along in the video, I would really appreciate it. Other than that, I will see you guys next time.